I left my husband, I left my kids, and I moved to a whole new city, a whole new state rather. Just me, no one else. And I didn't move because I didn't love them, but I finally decided to love myself too. And so for years, like, I put myself on the back burner, just being a mom, being a wife, which is great, it's awesome. But, all this time, like, I was wearing a smile, but deep down, like, I wasn't really happy inside, And so one day I realized that I couldn't keep living a life that made everyone else comfortable while I was crumbling inside. So literally, like, I made the most hardest decision, like, ever, like the most soul stretching decision, like, ever. And that was to pack my bags and move to Nashville. I actually, one day I just woke up and, I was just like, well, I can't do this anymore. Like, I feel like I need to do something different, like, other than what I'm doing. And I felt like I needed to find me again. Like I said, because, I felt like I was losing myself.
I ended a relationship and cut off an engagement from a great man. He was a good man. He loved God. He was a praying man. He loved and adored me. He was there for me. He was handsome. He was well educated.
Who was supposed to come after that? Jesus Christ? See, men are logical creatures. But let's go.
He didn't have any kids. He checked all the boxes. But there was still something missing. And I just knew that I could not go through with this marriage. There was just...
Could it have been that you were crazy? How about that? Something missing. Yes, your intelligence. But let's go.
Something that did not connect. I felt that there should have been a connection between he and I in order for me to be his wife. And so I cut off the engagement.
If this man was so amazing, but there still wasn't a wire connecting to him, just one, could it have been you? You said he checked all of the other boxes, so it wasn't with him. My point in even playing this right here, we can't deal with these women. Even when the Lord our God, Jehovah, has put greatness in us, has humbled us, has brought us to the precipice of humility to where we may be able to be all that most women would want, it's still not enough.
Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kahakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, shalom, shalom. All right. Very quick lesson and straight to the point. Stop getting married to these women, Jake. Okay. Stop getting married to these women on paper. All right. Cut that shit out, man. All right. And for any of you brothers that's in this truth and you got a significant other, okay, and she's pleased to dwell well with you, man, listen, you don't have to get married on paper. Okay, this is a part of the Babylonian philosophy that the purpose of a man is to, make himself successful, find a wife, get married, have children. All right. Now, in a perfect world, all right, in the kingdom, okay, yeah, we're going to get married, right? We are going to get married. But the difference between marriage right now and marriage in the kingdom is that when you're getting married in this time period, you're pretty much sealing your soul inside of a contract, and you open yourself up to all sorts of different litigations that could be used against you, man. All right. Like they got that shit called spousal support. Okay. They got alimony. Look at all of the examples of men who have been thrown under the bus being married to these women. Okay. And, this guy, he loses half, if not all of his fortune because him and that woman get a divorce. happens all the fucking time, man. Okay, happens so much that celebrities deal with that type of drama, man. Even celebrities, even niggas who got a whole bunch of money, right? Men who are a big success in this world, okay? It ain't nothing for these women to take that man to court because for whatever reason she don't want to be with him, and now she gets half his fortune. All right? Okay? That's something that, you know, that should be a one of the primary reasons why you don't get married, okay, to these women in this time period, man. All right? Another thing is adultery, right? You know, especially if you're in America, okay? We live in the world of the devil here, man. All right? There are constant enchantments going out every day that are impacting the minds of women every day. So, you know, the chances of her committing adultery is increasing by the day, man. Okay? And now these women, they cheat on their husbands like drinking water. Okay? I can't tell you how many times, you know, women that were married try to get at me, or they try to get at my home, they try to get at my bros or something like that. Everybody knows that a woman that's married, okay, she's the most likely to commit adultery on her husband. All right? If you're a man and you're, you know, mingling within the dating market, okay, married women are the most easiest women. All right? So it's a lot of factors that go against you as a man, okay, getting married to these women on paper. All right? You signing those contracts with the devil, right? And you're basically putting your life on the line for a fickle human being, man. All right? Because women are fickle. All right? Let's get that word fickle real quick. What does that word mean? Fickle. All right? Basically subject to change on a whim. Changing, this is the word fickle. Changing frequently, especially as regards one's loyalties, interests, or affection. And that's women. That's women 100%, man. Okay? One day she like you, next day she can't stand you. All right? This is why every woman you meet nowadays, okay, she's always got this love triangle with her ex-boyfriend. Okay? She dealing with him and then she don't. She deal with him and then she don't. You understand? Women are fickle, man. You know, a woman's, you know, emotions, okay, are up and down on a constant day-to-day basis. And by you getting married to her on paper, okay, you are putting your life on the line for somebody that is subject to change on a whim. All right? The scriptures already tell us that the woman is the weaker vessel. Why would you, you know, basically seal your soul to somebody that is weak in nature, man? Okay? That's not smart, man. And the two videos that you just watched, all right, you seen one video where, well, both videos where the women were talking about how they left a man. You know what I mean? Both of them said the same thing. I had a good man at home. He was the perfect man, but it was just something missing. So I packed up and left and hit the streets again. That's basically what they said. All right? And I showed those two videos as an example of how fickle women are, man. All right? They could have the perfect man. You could give them the perfect life. But because of their fickle nature, they will never be satisfied, man. Because they always feel like they could have more. Why don't I have this? Yeah, okay, we have 3 cars in the garage. We have this big ass house, but we ain't got no yacht. Why we ain't got no yacht? You know what? You're just not the man for me. Because I thought you would have had a yacht by now. Women are breaking up with men for stupid ass reasons, man. Okay? Let me show you something. Let me show you something real quick, man. Let me show you a reason why you don't get married to these women, man. All right? Look, check this out. Initiate. File for divorce. Look at this. While 80% is a commonly cited figure, studies show that women initiate to 70 of divorces in heterosexual marriages. 70%, okay? 70% of women initiate divorce, man. 90% of women that are college educated initiate divorce, man. So what that's basically saying is, you getting married to a woman, there's a very big chance that it's not going to work out, man. Okay, especially in this time period. All right, because you got a lot of dudes out here that are, they got their mind stuck in a goddamn Disney Prince Charming, save the princess mentality, where he thinks he found his soulmate and it's her and him against the world forever, and she would never cheat on him. She would never look at another man. She's 100% in love with him. All right, she will never leave him, and that's not the case, man. Okay, we're living in some dark times, man, and you Jakes, it's time for you to wake up to who these women truly are, man. All right, these women are just a good time now. Okay, if you got a woman and you dealing with her right now and she's staying with you, that's cool. But you don't got to get married to her. You don't have to, pretty much submit your life within a whole bunch of contracts to where she has the leverage. Because when it comes down to the court system, they're going to always favor the woman on this side, man. All right, whether that be child support, spousal support. Okay, they're gonna always have the the sympathy. They're gonna always let the woman get off on the sympathy, man. All right, this is facts, man. All right, ask a man that's on child support. Okay, hell, I'm on child support, man, and I'm telling you right now, yeah, the courts are designed for the woman's interest. Okay. So knowing that, why would you get married through the courts, man? Okay, you got a lot of women out here that are getting married to men just for his money, just for the status. Some women are getting married to men just so she could tell her homegirls, I'm married, you know what I mean? But then when it's not fun anymore, okay, she's headed for the hills, man. Okay, just like this situation right here. Okay, this is another example. Aisha Curry opens up about her inner conflict. Now, Aisha Curry is married to one of the best basketball players in the league. She has everything she wants as far as finances. Okay, come on now. It's Steph Curry. Everybody knows Steph Curry. But she's talking about how she has inner conflict even being with him. And let's see what she has to say. How she once dreamed of being a career girl. See, this is who they really want to be, man. All right. You Jakes that's running around here trying to marry these women. Okay. You be trying to turn hoes into housewives, man. Okay. You got a lot of Jakes out here that try to turn a hoe into a housewife. Okay. A lot of these women they really just want to be independent spirits, and they really just want to play the field, man. And a lot of these women feel as though marriage is something that's holding them back. They don't get to live their life. They don't get to play the field. These women are enchanted by the devil, man. Okay. In the kingdom of heaven, that's when we'll be able to get married. Okay. All right. And I'm not going to say commit our life to the woman, but we'll be able to put her on a priority list and be willing to, give her everything she wants, and you know what I'm saying, and not have to worry about, is she gonna leave me? Because we're gonna be in the kingdom, man. We're gonna be sovereign. All right, the law of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is gonna be established. But you can't be in Babylon, okay, where this world is ruled by the devil. The marriage system is ruled by the devil. Okay, they got you signing, to get married to this bitch, you got to sign a whole bunch of paperwork. What kind of shit is that, man? Just so you and this woman can finalize your union, you got to sign a whole bunch of paperwork and pay money just to get married, man. And then you got the devil all up in your mix, okay? Now he's involved. Now you got to have a joint bank account with this woman. You and this woman's name got to be on the lease. This is how men are getting yanked, man. This is how they're getting yanked, because they're getting married on paper to these women, man. And these are not the women you get married to, man. Okay? It's not wise to get married in this time, man. You got a woman, she's with you. Let that be what it is, man. You don't got to go get married, because a lot of you jakes be trying to get married to these women because you don't want her to go anywhere, right? You want to lock her down forever. You got to have the mentality of, hey, if she want to leave, she want to leave. She got to leave then, okay? You don't try to marry her, all right, because you just putting yourself at a disadvantage, because this is how they all think. Let me keep going. It says, how she once dreamed of being a career girl, never wanting marriage or kids. Okay? This is Aisha Curry right here, man. This is a woman that should have no complaints. She should have no complaints. Got some beautiful daughters, living in a big ass house. Her finances is taken care of. What the fuck else does she want? She wants to be on these streets. Okay? Just like most of these women, they want to be in these streets, man. Okay? It says, and now she goes to therapy to explore what life might have been like if she'd chosen career over family. This is why you don't get married to these women, man, because these are the thoughts that they're having when they're with you, okay? These women have not been taught to be a wife to somebody, man. They did not grow up like that. See, in the ancient world, when our nation was established on the earth, okay, women from young ages, man, okay, they were taught to be wives. Okay, that was school for women. It wasn't go to school and become a career woman. It was learn how to please a man, because one day you're gonna have a husband, and you need to learn how to satisfy him and to be a good wife to him. These women are not getting taught that at a young age, man. Okay, they're not getting taught that, man. They're getting taught how to be a independent hoochie mama, a slut. Okay, that plays the field, man. Okay, and some of them will get married, okay, because deep down every woman wants to be with one guy and be a loving wife to a man, but they got a lot of demons on them, man. So eventually them demons is gonna pop out, and it's gonna pop up in their mind like, you know what, I don't need to do this. Fuck this. This is boring. Right? I'm bored. That's why in them 2 videos you heard, what did them women say? It was just something missing. It's something missing. Because they got bored. All right? Once most of these women, when they settle in to that lifestyle of being a wife, you come to find out that marriage is boring. Right? It's once the honeymoon phase is over, it becomes boring. It becomes work, especially when you have kids. It's a duty now. And these women are not taught to accept that level of responsibility, man. All right? They haven't been taught that. Okay? So you trying to marry an American Babylonian woman, okay? Eventually she's going to flip, all right? And she's going to go in a different direction, because that's not how she was raised up, all right? That demon is always going to be in the back of her mind, especially if her friends are single. What do you think her friends are telling her? Girl, leave that nigga. Come to the club with us. Or she watching her friends go out to the club and go on all these trips, and she's staying at home with her kids and one man, one husband. Eventually, she's going to cover it after that and be like, you know what? I want to hit them streets. I want to go out to the club. I want to be the girl that when I go inside of the bar, all the men look at. I want men to flirt with me. I want to feel, my husband, my husband has, his rod is this many inches. What would it feel like if I had a man with this many inches on his rod? These are the type of things they think about, man. And then they'll fuck around and file divorce with no real explanation. And then the man is just sitting there looking stupid. And now he has to give up the majority of his fortune. Okay? So many failed marriages out here, man, because women are the ones initiating it, because these are not the type of women you're supposed to marry. You're supposed to wait to the kingdom, okay, and then you could start that happy-go-lucky family, man. But right now, you're supposed to serve the Lord, and if the Lord has a woman to dwell with you, you just take it as it is, man. But your main purpose right now is to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. Okay? Not get married on paper to no fucking Babylonian demonic woman, man. All right? Let's get this precept right here. This is Proverbs 31:3. It says, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. Okay? And your strength is representing your substance. Okay? You know what I mean? All of your resources. You got men that clear out their whole bank account when they meet women, man. Okay? With you know what I mean? Because a lot of men out here got this fantasy of I met my soulmate and this is the woman for me. That's how women are supposed to think, man. You're not supposed to be thinking like that as a man. And I just want to, just me and her against the world, baby. I love her with everything in my body. I want her to be my wife. I don't never want to, I can't breathe without her. You're not supposed to be thinking like that, man. You're supposed to be serving the Lord and chasing your purpose as a man. And the woman comes as a byproduct of your perseverance. That's it, man. Okay? She's not supposed to be the number one priority in your life, because when you give your strength unto woman and you get married to her, you're making her the number one priority in your life. Okay? And that's how Esau carries it on paper. When you get married to a woman and you sign all of them documents, man, according to Esau, you and this woman are two entities that are inseparable. And, you know, you have to fund her lifestyle. You have to take care of her. And if you don't, okay, Esau is going to come after you. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, don't give your strength unto women, man. Don't just be willing to just, you know, forsake your own life to please this woman, man. Okay? And get married to her. All right? That's a fantasy, man. Okay? You getting married to women in hell. That's what you're doing, man. All right? And these women, they're not built to last, man. Okay? Sorry. If a bitch like Aisha Curry ain't even willing to stick it out with the with one of the top 5 basketball players in the league, okay? What the fuck you think a average woman? You think an average woman, okay, is gonna stick by you? Now, yeah, you will have some women that are loyal. I'm not saying every woman ain't loyal, but what I'm saying is there's a more high possibility that she's gonna leave you at some point. So why gamble your whole life on those odds, man? Doesn't make any sense. Let's get this one right here. This is Ecclesiasticus 3:9. It says, for the blessing of the father establishes the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. Okay? And that's what these women are notorious for in 2025, man. Rooting out foundations, breaking up households, okay? Cheating on their husbands. There are so many women that are out here cheating on their husband, bro. It's not even funny, bro. Okay? It's not even funny. All right? And they're rooting out foundations. Okay? Just like them 2 videos you seen of them 2 women. Those are women that have rooted out their foundation for no reason. And the majority of these women break up with men for no fucking reason, man. No legitimate reason. So why would you gamble your life on that? Okay, knowing how these women are today. If you're getting married in 2025, doing the whole wedding and getting down on one knee, you're a fucking fool, man. Okay, you're a fucking fool, and chances are you're gonna take the mark of the beast when it gets initiated. Okay, because that's totally clueless, man. Look how these women are acting on the internet, man. Look, women are showing men how they truly feel, and women are exposing themselves at a high rate, and you still got these simple ass niggas that are still trying to get married to them and create that goddamn fantasy Brady Bunch life with them, man. Okay? You niggas is fools, man. All right? These women have been designed by Esau Edom to root out households, man. What do you think the feminism movement was about, man? What do you think that feminism movement was about, man? Okay? That's what it was about. It was about destroying the family structure, the Israelite family structure, man. Okay? And I'm going to do a lesson on that next. Okay? But, you know, these women were not grown up to be wives, man. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, Jake. Okay? But these are not the women you marry. Okay? All right? We will have real marriages and we'll be able to live the rest of our lives with a woman. Okay? All right? in the kingdom of heaven, man. That's when it's a real marriage. All right. And she will be a virgin, man. Jake out here getting married to a woman that's not even a virgin, bro. You getting married. You know, this is a woman that then had sex with who knows how many men. Okay. She done seen all sorts of different sizes and seen all sorts of different opinions. All sorts of different spirits is on her. And you gonna get married to her? She's still thinking about the last 6 niggas she was with. Okay? Don't make no sense, man. All right, now let me get this in Chat GPT. What I looked up in Chat GPT, I put, how does marriage negatively affect men in America? Okay? And I'm not going to read it all. I'm just going to hit the little bullet points for the sake of time. It says possible negative effects of marriage on men. Health strain from breadwinner pressure. Okay? Yeah, you got a lot of men that are dying early from all of the stress. All of the stress of trying to provide for this woman, keep his wife happy. All right, because you got a lot of men out here that know that the woman is only with him. She's only married to him because he's a breadwinner. He's providing a life of comfort for her. But some men out here know that if he didn't provide that comfort anymore, she would divorce his ass. She'd take him to that divorce court and suck him dry. Okay? So a lot of men are out here stressed the fuck out trying to provide for these women, man. Okay? Like I said, it's a lot of shit that goes against you, man, when you're married to a woman. The sex becomes fucking rigorous. All right? You know, because, you know, women, you know, these women, they'll use sex as a weapon, right? So when you're married to a woman, let's say you've been married to her for 5 years, you know, a lot of these women, man, you know, they're going to start withholding back that sex. So you got a lot of men out here that are, you know, nigga been with his wife for 10 years and he only has sex with his woman once every 2 months. You know, nigga stress the fuck out, bro. Okay, that's what life is being married, man. All right, that's a marriage for you, man. A sexless man, okay, to where they sleep in the same bed, but they both turn in different directions. And every week he hopes he gets lucky. What kind of life is that, man? Okay. It says stress and unhappy marriages, morality and health risk under certain conditions, reduce personal autonomy, feeling of restricted freedom. Yeah. Because when you get married to these women, they start to believe that they're entitled to everything about you. Now you got to report to somebody, man. You can't just come in the house at 2 a.m. You can't just take off on a trip with your boys, right? You can't communicate with certain people because now you got to report all of your recent activity to this goddamn woman, man. This woman got your location, all right? And she's going to feel like she's entitled to that because she's married to you now, okay? And guess what? The courts will back her up on that, man. You see? She'll go to the court and complain to Esau, and Esau will back her up on it, man. All right, you are at a total disadvantage, you know, getting married to these women on paper, man. Stop doing it. You know, economic risk and financial stress. All right. Let's see another one. Emotional, social costs in case of divorce, widowhood, or separation. Divorce or separation is linked to higher psychological distress, depression, loneliness for many men. And I already gave you the statistics. 70% of women are going to initiate divorce. 90% of college-educated women are going to initiate divorce, man. You know, but Jake be holding on to that little 20, 30%. Well, not all women are like that. Yeah, not all women are like that, man, but more of them are. There's a higher possibility that they will do it, man. Okay? Why would you gamble your whole fucking life based on a 20%, man? Okay? Let's see. And then the kids get affected. Yeah. Now the kids are all torn apart. The kids don't know which side to choose, man. You know what I mean? It's just not in a man's best interest in this time period, man, to get married to a woman on paper, man. Okay, the majority of these women are not sane human beings, man. Okay, these are not women that you get married to, man, and live the rest of your life with. Okay, serve the Lord, man. The Lord will give you everything in due time, man. Wait till the next life, man. You'll be able to do that. You'll be able to lay up in the bed with a woman all day if you want to. You'll be able to hug and kiss on her. You'll be able to spend a whole day with her, right? You'll be able to do those type of things and live that fantasy because we'll be sovereign. But right now, man, it's about doing the work of the Lord, man, and keeping your eye focused on prophecy, man. And if the woman is there, just let her tag along, man. You don't get married to her. Okay, you don't go to the devil and let the devil get all involved in your affairs. Okay, that's simple, man. All right. So let's get another scripture real quick. This is 1 Kings 11:3-4. It's dealing with King Solomon, showing you how he fell by pretty much giving his strength onto women, man. All right. It's 1 Kings 11:3-4. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. Okay, that's what women will do. They will turn your heart away from your purpose, man. All right, there's a lot of men out here, man, that have forsaken, his goals and his dreams in life, and he just became this fat fucking dad on the couch watching a football game. You know what I mean? When he got married. Okay, he thought that when he got married, oh, well, this is going to be the greatest thing that's going to happen to me. I finally reached the pivotal point of my life. And then 5 years later, this nigga gained weight. He don't go to the gym no more. Right. He's working a job that he hates. He's watching his kids be degenerate. And he just becomes this fat loser on the couch that, that with that whatever's convenient mindset. I just don't want to start any problems with my wife. Nigga balls end up being in her purse, man. Okay? They turn away your heart, man. Okay? Especially if you get married to him, man. All right? Verse 4, it says, For it came to pass when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God in the heart, and as the heart of David his father. You see? So these are examples in the scriptures, okay, to show us that, okay, giving your strength to a woman is, 9 times out of 10 is going to be a detrimental effect. All right. It's going to be detrimental results if you give all your strength to a woman, man. You got the story of Adam and Eve. You got Samson. Right. Plenty of examples, man, of how men in the scriptures have, pretty much fail hard because he gave his strength unto a woman. And one of the ways you give your strength unto a woman in this time period is getting married to her. OK, you're giving your strength unto her. All right. You're signing those documents and saying, hey, if all of my fortune goes to you, even if we break up, even if we're not together, I'm giving it all to you, baby. You see, that's your strength, man. That's all a man got, man. OK, is his resources. OK, and they will suck you dry, man. Look at all these goddamn celebrities, man. Tom Brady, Dr. Dre, DJ Mustard. Right. That's just to name a few. OK, these are celebrities, man, that are getting yanked up by women, man. All right. These is niggas who was married and the tables turned on their ass. Okay. Let me get this last one right here. Because this is who these women are right here, man. While you niggas is trying to get married to them. This is who they truly are. All right. This is who Aisha Curry is. OK. Isaiah 3:16. It says, moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. Yeah. The majority of the time. All right. These niggas who got these wives got these wanton eyes, man. Their wives have wanton eyes, meaning flirtatious eyes. They're always looking for the next opportunity, man. OK, so your wife. All right. If you've been with her for some years and now the marriage is, it went from the honeymoon phase to, now it's just about duty and taking care of the kids. More than likely, she got some wanton eyes, man. OK. She got some wonton eyes, man. She's looking for an opportunity to escape, to better her life, to get back to her her shot at being a career woman, at being an independent woman who travels the world. You know what I'm saying? This is what the women in Babylon really want to accomplish deep down, man. Okay? They'll sit there and tell men that they want to be housewives and I want to be a submissive woman to a strong man. But as soon as they get that, all right, and they find out that it's not all cookies and rainbows, they're heading for the door, man. Okay? So I just wanted to make this lesson, man. You know, Lord willing, it was edifying. You know, tell you Jakes, man, hey, stop getting married to these women on paper, man. Cut that shit out, man. Okay? It's the same fucking thing over and over again. You just see so many Jakes getting divorced and losing all of his fortune because he done got married to this fucking bimbo, man. Stop doing it, man. When are you Jakes gonna learn? Okay? Trust in the Lord. Okay? Focus on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. The Lord is gonna give us everything, all of our heart's desire. Okay? In the next life, in his kingdom. All right? A world that makes sense. You trying to get married to a woman and create this fantasy family in a world that don't make no goddamn sense. Of course she's liable to break up with you, man. Of course she's liable to commit adultery on you with the nigga she go to work with, man. And this is supposed to be your wife. This is the woman that you had all of them wedding vows with, man. Of course she's gonna make that step, man. Because we're in the world of the devil, man. Okay? So Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom. Shalom.